Hey there. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Blind Buys. I really appreciate you taking some time out of your day to spend with me as we make a journey through our next fragrance together. If this is your first time watching, every video is the same. The first half is the blind buy opening portion. The second half is the review with perfumer, projection, longevity, those kind of things. If you want to see that, just skip ahead. So this fragrance gets talked about a lot. You know which one it is. We're talking about Parfums de Marley, Layton. This gets a lot of talk, a lot of airtime. I don't really need to be talking too much more about it, giving it any more hype than it's already got. I'm looking at the Parfumo page because Fragrantica wasn't working, and it says ranked number 2 in men's perfume. I think just about everybody's probably smelled this except for me. So I'm just going to bust into this and, see what it is. I've been looking for something along the lines of a more wintry scent. I've been wearing a lot of fresh scents, even though it's cold. Sometimes I work with people, sometimes I work alone, sometimes it's indoors, sometimes it's outdoors. So I can really wear whatever, whenever. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day. But we are in winter, so hopefully this fits some sort of winter category. We have cut it open, so there is absolutely no going back on this. Our main accords are sweet, spicy, fruity, woody, and oriental on our Parfumo cop-out today. No Fragrantica cop-out. The pages weren't opening. So, stiff box. Doesn't want to open out the bottom. We'll go out the top. Oh, I can already smell this coming out. Yeah, I can already smell this. This smells like a basic cologne bro kind of smell. It's got a little box on a little booklet in the top. You can open that up and you can read all sorts of stuff. I'm not gonna read it. I don't care. You can see it's got like horses stamped into it, which not like the lid. It's got some horsey stamped into it. So if you're looking for counterfeits or anything like that, you're gonna want to look for that. It reminds me of, it's like tobacco-y and, oh, that's way heavier in the hand than I thought it would be. Look at it. It's kind of a funny little guy, 2.5 ouncer. It's not the big one. It's just the cap. The cap weighs as much as the bottle, which is crazy. Absolutely bonkers. Check out the top ski if you really want or really care. So we're all here for the fragrance, right? Where's the atomizer? It's on the side. Get that guy in the front. So we're all here for the fragrance. Let's find out what the notes are. Let's spray this on without yapping on for too long. So on our top notes on our old Parfumo cop-out, give her the old 1, 2, 3 skidoo. Our top notes are apple, lavender, bergamot, and mandarin orange. Nice atomizer. Ooh, this is... Okay, hold on. Our heart notes are geranium, jasmine, and violet. And in the base, we've got vanilla, cardamom, guaiac wood, sandalwood, patchouli, and pink pepper. So, off the rip, first spray smells way better than whatever was emanating from this box. I imagine that is the dry down, whatever's left over. So patchouli, there's patchouli coming from the box. Wow, this is diverse. Let's give ourselves another squat there. And like, I want to say like there's just great layering to it. You know, the top is top. You know, you get apple. It's like fruity and sweet. And then there's just a little bit of florals, you know, hanging out in the mid. And, you know, it's pretty early for base notes, but there's just a hint of vanilla coming through. And sort of that cardamom spicy kind of thing that's pretty pervasive in modern perfumery. But gosh darn, folks, this is a nice fragrance. And I will say that as I was opening this and first started smelling it, I had not very high hopes. People say a lot of stuff about this fragrance. None of it is probably true. Other than the fact that this is a very nice scent. It's good. It's going to fit well in this winter. I have a feeling the projection is going to be good. Longevity, probably just as well. We're going to have to see in the future. Watch the second half of the video. We always talk about it. But a very nice scent, to be honest with you. It's not fluffy mall scent. And I wouldn't call it some sort of niche offshoot that's really gonna like throw you for a loop. This is actually much more accessible than I thought it was while opening the bottle. A lot of the spices generally aren't there right now. And it's overall just a more friendly offering. You know, it's more inviting than what I thought it was going to be. It's less heavy also. It's not light and airy, but it's not like super dense and weighing you down either. So, nice fragrance. Really a nice fragrance. I'm very happy I just opened this, and I'm going to have a great week wearing this, I can tell. So stick around, check it out, hear what I have to say on the other side of the waterfall. Thanks for sticking with me, you guys. Alrighty, folks. I've been wearing Parfums de Marley Layton for the last week, and as such, we can wrap up our thoughts and move on to something different. This fragrance came out in 2016, and it was perfumed by Hamid Muradi Kashani. I'm sure I butchered his name, but he's got a bunch of perfumes, none that I really know, other than his work with Parfums de Marley. He seems like a PDM kind of guy. He's got Layton exclusive, Pegasus, I think Pegasus exclusive, Sedley, Percival, and the latest one, Altair, all under his name. So, you know, he's not a nobody, but in terms of men's fragrances, this is kind of what I think he's dealing with. In terms of batch code, I got 2161429, and that gives us an exact born on date of April 18th, 2022. I picked up this fragrance from Fragrance Buy. They were having a niche sale, I think, at the time. But this fragrance came in a lot cheaper at $98.82 American for a 2.5 ounce bottle. And that gives us a price of $39.52 per ounce. So it's getting up there towards that niche kind of price point, that $40, $50 price point. And when you consider that PDM is now price fixing, I guess, the discounters are no longer able to sell them at this price. If you look up a 2.5 ounce bottle of Layton on Fragrance Net, it's going for about $160, I think. So it's like $60 an ounce. It's so expensive that I really can't even justify doing any of the other Parfums de Marley, to be honest with you. Although projection was good. You know, this is like a 6 or a 7, maybe even pushing into an 8. And in certain situations, that could be not like, that could be a disadvantage. In certain situations, it's exactly what you're looking for. In a small office, people probably aren't going to be stoked that you're wearing this too much, to be honest with you. It does push out, and the oriental spicy kind of mix that it puts out there is probably something that, you know, some older woman is probably not going to be so excited about sitting next to. In terms of longevity, she's going to be sitting there for a full shift, 8 hours smelling this, somewhere around the 3 hour mark. It goes pretty quick, but turns into just a fairly basic, somewhat interesting vanilla on the bottom. So, you know, she might not like that vanilla. She might like the vanilla, but I doubt it. Either way, I would not suggest wearing this in a small office. To be honest, I found this more Oriental, Middle Eastern than what I was expecting. I expected it to directly battle against like Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, Dylan Blue, any of those major blue fragrances that you can think of, soapy, bit woody, that kind of thing. But I feel like this doesn't play ball with those fragrances. Laying down, sniffing it, wearing it for a while, I actually thought it was closer to Dolce & Gabbana's Luminous Night in the spicy aspects, sweet, but this is not as sticky sweet. It doesn't have that dates note in there. But the Oriental Middle Eastern spices really kind of reminded me of that. Other than that, you know, it's a good fragrance. It's an easy buy, not an easy buy. At this point, it's not an easy buy at all. It's super expensive. It's an easy fragrance to wear, easy to reach for. If you don't want to think about what you're wearing, this is going to be pretty good, unless you're, you know, in an office or something like that. But other than that, wonderful fragrance. I just can't suggest or suggest buying Parfums de Marley just because of their price fixing policies. So other than that, we won't dive into the politics of anything, and find something that's as unique as you are. Wear it unabashedly. Until the next time I see you, talk to you, or anything else, take it easy, you guys. Thanks.